Jimmy, you, Jimmy, you have a life ahead. You don't have to be filled with dread.
Jimmy, whatever you do, just don't end up dead.
Oh my
Jimmy.
God, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, you're a really nice guy. You don't have to go. You don't have to go down this way. I don't know. I got nothing. Damn it. I was hoping to come up with something with guy at the end there. Oh,
Well,
but
die. Die is
oh,
a
that's a
die is a
good
good
one.
one.
That's a good one. Oh man, hello. Talking about Jimmy, his
Oh,
freaky
Jimmy,
fast.
we're so worried about you.
Jimmy, you're a
Uh,
good guy. Doesn't have to be this way. You have to die, Jimmy. How's it been? I feel like it's. I feel like I only see you now and then.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
there you go. We don't have to make it so morbid. Hi, everyone. This is Devs and Diaries. I'm your host, Farhan. I remembered this time, and I'm joined with my beautiful co-host, Michael. This is Devs and Diaries.
Wow.
I've actually done
Correctly getting the names is amazing.
we're learning.
We're getting so much better.
We're absolutely learning. It takes a village to make a community or whatever, isn't it? Oh no, it takes a community to raise a child. There you go. And just like it takes a community to raise a child, it takes two people to make a show. And without my coworker, without me here, without you here, there would be no show. With me just here, it would be no show. It's a
Yeah.
collaborative effort.
This podcast would be already gone if it weren't for your collaborative efforts, Farhan. If this is your first time watching Devs and Diaries, why? But also, this is a show about life at Jackbox Games. We answer your questions about game development or whatever you really want to throw at us. Ask us in the chat, and we'll answer them. And then at the end, we talk or we record what we have learned in our shared private diary that we broadcast to all of you. Please don't look, but also please watch our show. So
Yes, and to take a peek into our minds last time, this is I think we talked about a few things. We talked about like peanut butter. We talked about boats, which hashtag screw boats. Not literally, I mean figuratively. And we came up with the advice: whether the weather is chunky or whether the weather is smooth, adjust your sails, open some pails, and have some canned food with your dudes. Oh, the canned foods! I forgot we talked about canned food for a second, but I don't remember exactly why.
there was something about smooth versus crunchy in there. And I'm sure it was a very resonant life lesson, and all the people watching last week left more fulfilled than they entered.
Every single time. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had multiple users come up to me and say like, "Hey, we're users and we like to be called the users instead of people. That's just who we are." I mean, that's just I'm not a software engineer. That's not who I am. But I've had multiple people come up to me and be like, "Hey, um you've changed my life. You changed my life for the better. You talked about boats. You opened my eyes to how terrible boats are, and now I'm never gonna get on one. And thank you for that. And
And
and I'm gonna even if I do, I'm gonna
and
have jars
the
and jars of
name the
pinot butter.
name the name Dave is dead to me. Everyone calls me user now.
Yes,
Uh,
no, 100%. I'm now an automaton. I'm only product. You've
I
heard of input
consume
output, right?
content. I am a user of your service.
Oh man, oh man.
Gosh, wow, that's what an awful image to have plastered into our brains. And like we created it too. We kind of sketched that awful thing,
The worst part about it is we took away the identity from our friends, and that's our problem. But like, the best part about it is it's not that we're taking away identity. It's more of just like obfuscating what the image is. It's more of just like eh, changing around. It's like reframing of who our users actually are. It's not necessarily you gotta strip away all of the uniqueness sometimes to get what
Yeah,
everybody's
you're right.
actually trying to get at. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's play some Drawful.
There you go. There you go. See, I was whiffing. It was me trying to do the Siciliano trademarked segue, and I couldn't do it. I honestly couldn't. I wish I could.
I felt a little heavy-handed with awful sketch, but you know what?
Oh, awful sketch was your transition.
Not the only awful sketch that I've created.
Oh boy, I didn't even. This man's out here actually doing the segue, and the worst part about it is I wasn't even picking it up. So, and
so many bad sketches.
listen, for those of you who are here for the meat and potatoes, which is playing games with us, hop on in. The room code is JEQB. If you don't get to play, join the audience. You can help vote along and tip the scales. Everybody likes a republic. Everybody likes having their vote count. Why not play some Drawful where every vote counts?
Everyone loves a republic. That's so true.
To quote one of the greatest philosophers of our time, I am the Senate. So, my vote matters, your vote matters. We're all the Senate here.
I'm pretty sure it ended up well for that guy, right?
I mean,
he went on to appear in 4 movies. Five. Wow, 6. Oh no, they really brought him back, didn't they? Oh no.
Yeah, a few times, which it's chill, I guess. I thought he was done, but
yeah, I mean, definitely one of the times in which I've seen art die in front of my face most explicitly.
Hey, welcome to Drawful. Wow, 8 players?
Hyperbolic to call it a little extreme.
It was the death of culture. It was the death of culture.
It was the death
and we're still recovering.
A lot of childhoods. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Just for you.
Alex Walden asked, what engine do y'all use to make Jackbox? It's a custom spun engine, which got its beginnings with a renderer called Scaleform, which was and is still used by a lot of games for their UIs. And it's Autodesk Scaleform. There's a Wikipedia page on it if you're really interested in how it gets 2D images to be 3D. But we've heavily modified it to fit our needs.
It's never too late to join the audience. Or actually, sometimes it is too late, but it's not too late yet.
Mr. Salty's with us here now. Mr. Salty, our All Might, they're here now. I love it. Have you watched My Hero Academia, by the way, Michael?
I have not.
If you're looking for a shonen anime, I would highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. And especially the musical accompaniment with that show it's scored beautifully. Anime Pro's seen it. If you didn't, I would take your name back. But
I would take your name back.
Yeah, no, I as a developer will take your name back from Twitch. That's what we're doing.
With the power vested in me.
By the state of New York. Musical accompaniment is phenomenal. I think the composer is Yuki Hayashi. I'm going off of memory, so forgive me. But wonderful, great music, all around. And it makes you cry. It's first 3 things, first episode is I'm a piece of garbage and I want to be not a piece of garbage, and you're just I feel you, man.
Use your device to type in whatever the heck the prompt for this drawing could be.
I look for that on all my art. All my art should gut punch me at some point for thinking that life is a joyful place.
Absolutely. Cause if also Steven Universe. I'm gonna recommend everything that is already popular, so that way nobody hates me.
Is Steven Universe the Amazon Originals?
No, that's Invincible.
Oh, that's Invincible. Okay.
Invincible. Just a quick plug. Drawful 2 has a new update. So Drawful 2 is now, if you have Drawful 2, there's a international update. So if you want to play with different languages, you can do that now. There's also moderation. So you can do that
A
now,
moderation
and text
feature,
filtering.
which we are using
Right
now.
Just wanted to put that out there because old Drawful didn't have that, and that's a new thing that we've just pushed out. I believe a couple months ago, like a month or two ago. I worked on it, so I want to
You
talk
worked
about
on
it.
it, and
Yeah.
I don't even know when it came out.
And I don't even know when it came out. It's oh crap.
And here are your picks.
This is objectively a better title. I was the artist, and this was a better title for it. Oh, Farhan, it was you.
Thank you. Dang, that was gonna be the one. Oh, okay, cool. I would have gotten the What Boys too. A cool surprise.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, Michael.
No one's gonna get it. Oh, I'm so bad. Oh, someone got it. Look at that. Look at that.
So
Don't
don't what?
Don't
Don't
just don't. It's fine. I know it's bad. I know there was other ways Jazz could have gone. Maybe a music note, right?
Or a
I
saxophone,
don't know.
like anything, dog.
Yeah,
It could've
yeah, okay, yeah. All I could think of was tank, and I was like, what does that make me feel like? It's like, oh, sunglasses and ooh. Like, that's what I was going.
been- for sure. I totally get it.
Oh, God.
See, sometimes all jazz musicians play with sunglasses, and you should know that. That is just part of that's contractually obligated.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Typing time is almost up.
You know, this is something that we talk about a lot. Like,
Here are your choices.
Pika, you mentioned Pika Gamer says add an eraser feature to Drawful, and that's something we actually talk about a lot in this game. And actually, a big point of this game is to not have an eraser. It's like a big part of it is just like messing up and embracing the messing up. So we've always gone back and forth on that, and we never found that it was something that was necessarily adding to the game. Maybe future iterations, but that's where we were
I
always at.
think-
We tested it out. We've tested it out multiple times, and it's always ended up being like just not as fun as when you let it happen.
So, yeah, in game design, like, I think a way you can conceptualize making games is that you're adding some amount of friction to the entertainment process. Like, the perfectly frictionless game is just a movie where there's no action that is required of the player. Like, the perfect UX for playing a game is just watching a movie. And at the other end of the spectrum is maybe like making your own game, right? Where it's like it's all friction. But good games are like a clockwork with one gear missing, and that gear is what the player is asked to do. And for Drawful, that gear, in part, to me at least, to the core identity of the game, involves embracing an inability to achieve the drawing at a high level. And adding an eraser, actually, it might fill in another gear in the clock, but then the part that the player plays, I think, would be less satisfying.
The other thing that we've talked about quite a bit was like the way I've always thought about it is that like you not being able to erase kind of equalizes the playing field. A lot of the times you have people that are better artists, worse artists, and much like in a Pictionary form where it's just like, well, I guess Pictionary is a little bit more dependent on if you're a better artist, but like this one kind of strips away your artistic ability because you're not able to refine. You're only able to do one stroke, and whatever happens with that stroke is kind of like embracing the faults in it in and of itself. So in that sense, it sort of equalizes it too, because if you're trying to not figure out, okay, well, this is too particular, so I could get it in one, or I can get it really easily, or the other way around, where it's like, okay, because we're embracing the faults, it makes it easier to lie, which then makes it easier, like, it supplies itself in the other part, like, it works in tandem with the second phase of the game. if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, it forces your hands to make mistakes, which makes it easier for people to lie.
Right. If there was no ambiguity in the drawings, people would simply coalesce around the intent more. And part of the fun is the unpredictability of other players' submissions.
But I definitely understand where you're coming
And
from.
the attack at the grocery store, though. Everyone
didn't
got
expect that. I didn't. But
Everyone got that.
I do understand your frustration with the not being able to erase or undo in Drawful, because boy howdy do I think about it all the time.
Well, I'm awful at drawing. There a little bit of my soul gets taken away.
Yeah, it's the
Every time I
perfectionist
draw,
part
because
of it.
I have to look at it. I have to look at my, and I know that my drawing is bad.
It's mistakes that last forever.
Quick, type in anything. Okay, here are your choices.
Oh man. Oh.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Oh.
What do you think? There's definitely a bunch of couples here. Oh, there's one that's just not being noticed.
Damn it. Damn it.
Oh,
Immediately.
Farhan,
Well,
your
okay.
guess was listed
It was-
first.
that's
Shame
how the
on
word-
you.
That's how you know it's okay. Well, at least my second answer was gonna be wrong too. Like it's, it is. The thing is that it's not. It's. It is nice to know when you're wrong with other people, right? It's like, oh, okay,
Misery
cool. No matter
loves
what.
company.
Exactly, but like,
Yes, I got someone with. I don't think Thruple was in the writer's parlance when this game came out.
I don't think Drawful existed when this game came out.
It existed, but was
I mean,
it
right, but it wasn't like it wasn't chill.
common enough for? Yeah, common enough for.
Right. People weren't what's that phrase? Chomping at the bit for the thruple, you know? Now they are.
The romping at the bit. Nah, let's not.
That sounds a little too suspect. I don't know about that, cause
The romp.
Enter your titles.
It's a fun verb. Oh boy, what is this? Hmm.
And here are your choices.
Giga Gamer asked if we could play beta versions of Party Pack 8 games, or if none of the 5 games are in a playable state right now. We're not going to play them now, obviously, but
Answer.
eventually we do, right?
yeah.
Like pre-launch even, I think.
Yeah.
But they're in a playable state right now, but we're very careful about like when in development, like we want to show them off to the world. Like we try to have nightly builds that are always playable, but you know, you might have art that like just went in, or like a feature that is the very first iteration of something. And right now we're still very much in that state, where like some stuff, like we know that we want to kind of like iterate on it internally before showing it off. Not that they're in like a bad state or anything, but
I mean, a lot of it is sometimes we just have art in flux, right? Like there's a lot of times where an artist will put something in there and they'll be like, I'm not sure about this, or you know, entire gameplay mechanics might change because we're testing and we're like, we're just not happy with it, and then the art has to change entirely, or like we have to change the theming of a reveal moment or something because a mechanic changed entirely. So like a lot of the times, like, it's not that we're not necessarily trying not to play things, it's just like, for real, a lot of things are in flux, like pretty much right until we're about to release the game.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, for me, it's kind of like a pride thing. Like once you like show something off, like it builds a lot of people's expectations. And you just always want to put your best foot forward. Yeah.
Oh, crud.
Okay, here are your choices.
Doing black. We're not going to tell you what the 5 games are. There's a whole schedule.
Yeah. Listen, all right, we had to wait.
You're
we
not
had to
invited
wait
to
tell
the Google
you.
calendar, the Google production calendar.
I also don't fully remember which. Did all 5 games get announced? If I'm being completely honest, the reason why I tipped around the subject is because I'm not saying anything because I don't want to lose my child. Like, I don't know anything. I just program games and have people listen to me on Monday sometimes for I don't know what reason. You know what I mean? Like I'm
straight up I'm just reading from the Jackbox Games wiki. There is listed for Party Pack 8. There is Job, The Pole Mine, and Drawful Animate.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right,
cool.
Yeah,
I think we've done nothing wrong for him.
Nah, I'm not.
Anything we've done is just between you and me. You got
sorry. Is that Mike Builder?
No.
It's like a cane comes out from outside of screen, just pulls me off. Do you have one?
Yeah. What, you don't keep a cane? How do you stand up?
How do you walk on a daily basis? Oh, with your legs, nerd.
We've moved on. Can you tell us anything about those games? No. No. I don't even know. I don't even know what those games are.
I know. Other than
moderation, my bad.
I mean, like, what can we talk about? We can say that they exist, right? Job exists. The Pole Mine exists. I don't know if another game was announced other than that, so I'm gonna say those 2 because I'm 100% about those 2. Yeah, like they're within the realm of existence. They are points, and that's what I can say. I think.
You know, and it takes 2 points to make a line. I always say it.
You always say. I've heard multiple times.
I agree. Job art is amazing. It is so very, very good.
It's so much fun. I'm so excited.
Yeah. The personality of that game is just off the charts. It's such a joy. Oh no, Farhan, you have this.
Did I just decimate the entire game? Oh, I
want my garbage back. Oh no.
I want my garbage back. My old Camaro and my track. Oh, Billy Ray Cyrus. Look him up. Or don't. It's fine. Whatever.
Related to Miley?
Maybe? I've heard. You know her name is actually Destiny Hope?
No.
Yeah, no. Legal name is Destiny Hope Cyrus. Miley was her nickname.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Come on, type the time is...
Oh, YouTube 101 asks, what services and resources do you use for the
And
servers?
here are your choices.
We use Amazon S3, AWS, for server things. We also, we have some of our own server code that we run for, but all of those things are hosted on AWS, and I believe, actually, that's it. I mean, it's all hosted on, that's probably one of the main things. There's a bunch of other technologies that kind of work together.
Yeah, we have a server tech stack that is mostly built around AWS, and
here are your picks.
Redis,
I think we use Redis for something.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting what.
We use it for like I believe our like post game galleries and stuff are stored on Redis.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. Something like that. Maybe I'm not exactly 100% sure.
I thought those were S3. Right? Those are just like files on S3.
Mm-hmm.
As you can tell, I am extremely well versed in how our games work.
Yup. Services and resources. I mean, I think that's. We should probably ask and come back to that. Because like I have a vague idea, but I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I lost by 290 points, and and Grand Star, you absolutely deserve it.
Oh, please, likes. Oh, I need affirmation.
Dang it! I was one away. No, Grand Star. Grand Star, you killed it. Highlighter G, you killed it. Oh man, it was robbed, but not robbed because they are the Senate, and it was the people's choice. The people's choice.
The Republic did vote for this.
The Republic voted for the Grand Star, and what a Grand Star it is, am I right? The only thing that could be as good is the Death Star. All right,
the panic at the grocery store was the deciding factor. The Grand Star.
Mm-hmm. That one killed it.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I didn't read the comments when you said that, so I thought you were talking about Panic at the Disco, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh, dude, I'll talk about Panic at the Disco.
I love Panic at the Disco.
Yo, it's my favorite.
Brandon Urie's really, like, now the only original band member, but so good still.
Isn't
like
he
the band?
The only band member? Isn't it just Brandon Urie at this point?
Well, I guess I don't know if the band includes other people, but I also don't know who's writing his music. I'm very curious.
I would my favorite, like, easily Panic at the Disco is my favorite emotion at the disco, for sure. But I really like the older.
How about here's a poll. How about Backfire at the Disco?
Backfire at the Disco. Oh, okay. I don't know why my brain went to Backwash at the Disco.
That's fine. It's fine.
Oh, why we gotta make it gross? Why I gotta make it gross? I don't like it.
I'm seeing Jake Sinclair as writing credits on some of the music off Pray for the Wicked. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's favorite new feature that Spotify added, by the way, is seeing the song credits per song.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah. Credit where credit is due is always the best. I'm here for it. I love when they do that, and whenever they do like the behind the music things too. And so like, oh yeah, here's some fun facts about the song. Those are always, I absolutely always adore those.
YouTube 101, yes, you will be able to join the game. It's like, the thing is, it's like, when you have those like song credits and stuff, it's just good to have those like little bits of knowledge, like, just like in case it ever comes up, just having that like, that kind of trivia stuff.
Oh, what is that? Is that margarine? Because that's a smooth transition into our next game. Oh,
I can't believe it's not a segue.
Michael, we're gonna play some Trivia Murder Party because you know what? Sometimes, oh man, I was about to quote Vanessa Hudgens, and I don't know if I should. That's my problem right now. You remember when Vanessa Hudgens was like, never mind. It was just the most ridiculous thing. At the beginning of pandemic, she had like a funny
I was
quote.
about to I was about to pretend to know who that was.
Vanessa Hudgens. She played what was it? What was her name? High School Musical. High School Musical. You know her. What was the main female lead's name? It was Troy Bolton and Gabriella. Yeah.
Montez?
Yeah. See, the main reason Troy stuck out to me mostly because the most hyperbolic movements were made by Troy. Because it was never like I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna. It was always like bet on it, and it's like, oh God, please, Zach. We don't have time for all that smoke, all right? This is a fire hazard, and he's just out here just giving the air the what boys, and you're like, dude, please stop. It's crazy. Watch
You're
High School
supposed to
Musical.
be in high school.
You're supposed exactly. Watch the second.
Vanessa Hudgens is now set to star in Lin-Manuel Miranda's directorial debut, TikTok Boom.
Really? That's awesome. Honestly, I mean, that seems like a lot of fun. Lin-Manuel Miranda makes good stuff.
True. Have you seen In the Heights?
I have not. I actually have only seen Hamilton, and there was one more too. Shoot.
Have you seen his old College Humor sketch where he, with the rest of freestyle hip hop, what's that improv rap group called? Freestyle Love Supreme is what it's called. To improv, hip hop improv group. They're very good. They're incredibly good. A lot of the Hamilton original Broadway cast is from it.
I will say, last thing about if you're ever looking at how angry Zac Efron makes his movements in High School Musical, my favorite point,
which we all are.
Of course. I know you guys sit there and analyze children's movies like I do, but the second movie when he's doing the bet on it scene, it's my favorite part because what he does is he like slightly slaps the pool, but he doesn't like give it enough papa to like actually give it a splash. But you can see his approach, which is like very aggressive and then like a slight skip, and I have in my headcanon belief that the director, like, he actually slapped the crap out of it, but the director was like, you gotta dial it back, Zach, and Zach was like, I'm a method actor, and then this was the middle ground that they reached. I don't know if he's totally incapable of dancing, though, because, like, have you ever seen Bollywood movies? I grew up watching Bollywood movies, and it's not that much different, if I'm being completely honest.
It's just heightened reality is all it is, you know? It's like, which all musicals are. Like, musicals are reality plus. Absolutely.
Oh, 100%. Have you ever watched a Bollywood movie, Michael?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen. Oh God, there was. I don't even know the name of it. It was like at a party, and was that Jordan's place actually for some reason.
I know exactly what movie you're talking about actually because he told me about it. I don't remember the name, but he did tell me about it. It was about crud. He said it was like a really intense film, right? Because like the woman sets herself on fire.
Controversial. For like a death at the end of the film. Had like just one of the largest fight scenes I've ever seen. Oh no.
Oh wait, no, I do know this. Oh crud, I messed this up. Oh wait, no, I didn't. But yeah, if you're ever looking, Bollywood movies are my favorite. Especially, they're actually not. But my Bollywood movies are my favorite because they're so ridiculous. You'll be in the middle of like a town, it doesn't matter, and then randomly you're at like the Smoky Mountains. It's like there's like a light fog, the woman's butt like flies off of her shoulder and then like slightly caresses the dude's face, and you're like, well, she just should have had a safety pin.
Every time objects fly off of people in the wind and then just land where they needed to for like the shot, you know? Like, yeah. It's incredible.
It's like one of the best things ever. It really is. I mean, and that's the thing. It gives, as I've gotten older, I've started to realize, like when I was younger and I was binging TV, I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. Commercials suck. You know what's weird? As an adult, I am enjoying commercials now. Like, I actively...
Really?
Yeah, because it gives me a reason to go on my phone. It gives me a reason to just, like, have a quick break, you know, synthesize what I've just watched. Yes, But Bollywood movies do that without having commercials. You can't... Oh, come on. Really? Here's the thing. Have you ever had a commercial in the movie about the movie you are watching? YouTube 101, you're on my list. You're on my list, I'm after you, and this is not okay. You better watch yourself. Look over your shoulders, boo-boo. It's over for you.
Didn't you like make that sword minigame or something?
Maybe.
Was that one of yours?
No, I might have. I don't think so, but I might have did something because it's like vaguely familiar. I don't think so. I think I only did pegs. But if you guys are trying to watch a Bollywood movie that's actually really good, Amir Khan, best actor, phenomenal. Watch Tare Zameen Par. I can put that in the. I'll put it in the chat.
This is the perfect use case for the restream chat.
Yeah, no, I'll put it in the chat. It's a very good one. It's like so oh, I forgot to answer. Basically what that means is like I think it's like the translation is like from the stars to the earth, or like when the stars reach the earth, and it's basically about a kid who has a developmental disability and their parents don't understand, and there's this one teacher who's like, no, they have very high artistic ability and they should be kind of like supported for it, not just like hated for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a very good movie. Early 2000s, especially in like Desi culture, mental health is like not really a big thing, nor is it really talked about. It is actually seen as like a deficit or almost like a death sentence. So highly recommend. Oh, 1000% recommend. Also, want to put it out there.
Oh, someone put in boat! You can't do that!
You can't put in boat. It's Joshy.
You can't put in boat!
Joshy, what the hell?
Oh. The second password has an O in the second spot.
Oh man. You know what the sad part is?
Nice.
Here's a little secret. Here's a little secret about me. In the password game, my first two words are always fart and poop, and more often than not, you'll get one letter. With boat, I got T. With poop, with pose, I got P-O.
I think I did.
We're here. When one player is left alive,
I think I guessed poop first, and I got O.
Yeah.
And then.
It's what always happens.
What do you call the electronic musical instrument that makes those sounds?
Ooh, I do know the answer to this.
There's a long period of time in my life where I wanted to learn how to play this instrument.
There is an amazing cover of
Legend of Zelda, the Fairy Fountain. Are you talking about Zelda? Because that's what got me interested. And if you were about to say Legend of Zelda, then me and you are about to be best friends.
What's that? Ecstasy of Gold. There is an Ecstasy of Gold theremin cover that is so good. It's
You've been entered in my scratch ticket giveaway.
It's performed by.
Scratch and find $3 signs to live.
What is this woman's name?
I'll give you cash for every dollar sign you find.
Carolina
If you scratch off even
Ike,
one
E-Y-C-K.
sign, die.
Okay.
Let's see.
Happy scratching.
I'm gonna find it. This is way more important.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna find it. This is way more important. Oh dang! Did he just? The Grand Star got 3? Lame.
But didn't go for 4?
Go big or
For
go
the
home.
big money?
Go big or go home.
For the
Johnny
peer
Copahola back
pressure,
on
peer
board.
pressure.
Come on.
Risk
Come
your
on.
well-being.
Wow.
Risk your well-being.
Wow.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. You might have won. You might have won the mini game, but did you win our hearts? Of course you did, because how you perform doesn't matter, honestly. It really doesn't.
And that's what love is.
Yep.
Let's keep moving.
Honestly, yeah. Come over here. You're invited for dinner anyways. It's okay. You're vegetarian now. I got seitan.
When did the FDA declare
You're vegetarian now? Chill.
No problem. Whatever.
I'm just gonna throw a link to this Ecstasy of Gold cover into Restream.
time's almost up?
I like how your link goes to Twitch, but when I try to write something, it says no,
I know.
I'm
I
not
was
sending it to
thinking
Twitch.
that. I was like, my link went through and yours did not.
Yeah.
And I find that lovely.
Show you something.
And it's
That's
ironically a YouTube link. Twitch is like, yes, we will allow this.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Lovely Sugar Skulls. This is a theremin cover of
It's
the
gross
Ecstasy
and
of
slimy,
Gold.
but it still
It is
slams.
the best thing I've
Take as much money as you want,
seen.
but
It's
take the most money worth
that
it.
like mix. It's such a brilliant mix of like Western
Have fun.
orchestration, but a distinctly modern instrument. It just matches so well.
Yeah. Or if you were asking what is this, as in the show, this is Devs and Diaries. Welcome. I am Farhan. I almost said Michael. I actually almost did. And I'm joined with Michael, and we're Devs and Diaries. We're developers at Jackbox Games. If you have any questions, put them in the chat, or you see a link on your screen in white text, which I should probably change that to a different color, but I haven't gotten art approval. And that is that is a link to our website where we put all of our. We try to synthesize everything we learned today, put it at the end of the show, and you can find it on that link. Or you could ask us questions if you think of a question in the middle and you're like, you wake up at Wednesday, 3 in the morning, you have yourself some raspberry jelly, and you're like, whoa, I have a burning question for Farhan. You got a direct line
And
to
it's
me.
your toast. Your toast is burning. Oh,
Yup.
Time's running out.
yes, but do submit to that form. I didn't mean to stomp on the rest of your suggestion. Do submit questions to the
No.
Google form.
No, don't. It's fine. Whatever. It's not like I listen, man. It's not like I was looking for you for support or anything. My rock in this. What do we call this? The sea of streaming.
It's time for some.
The sea of podcasts.
Right.
Now that I've said that out loud, it does sound.
Oh, this is the one.
Cat-
This is the one. This is the one I helped make.
You're going to drop down this.
All right, Farhan. What's the pro strat? You made this game.
2245.
Some death zones. Hey, you.
Yeah. You wouldn't have thought, huh?
Kill.
Nobody ever
Oh.
thinks. Everybody go too. They
No.
wouldn't expect it.
Okay.
Oh wow! Look at all those cursed.
Let the games
Slots.
begin.
Oh.
Physics.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh, what is that?
That is the most clutch drop I've ever
Well, that was
seen.
thrilling, but if I'm being
Yo,
100%
Farhan, this is bugged.
honest,
Yeah, no, it's.
I'm gonna write up a Jira task for it.
I swear to God, Michael, if I see a task from you,
I'm gonna assign it to you.
If
I'm gonna
I
assign it
see-
to you,
if-
and then I'm also gonna at you in the Slack channel.
if you with your saucy fingers put a Jira task for me tomorrow, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, I won't wait till tomorrow.
Medusa.
We're
I'll
doing
do
it
it
right
at
now,
like 9
baby.
p.m. at night, so that you get an email notification and a Slack notification
Boom.
at the same time.
Just like the response forum. If you need me, direct line 3 a.m. raspberry jelly, you know, we're going back.
I'm checking my Gmail before I go to bed.
See, this is what we call work addiction, okay?
This.
I actually
can't-
don't have my email on my my work email on my phone, which easily great call.
I
Like-
didn't for a long time, and now I do, and I think I might go back.
Oh, yeah. Why?
The
Yeah.
love of letter writing.
It can wait. Whew.
It absolutely
A
can.
message to you. Write down as much of what I say as you can.
But also, we use email so infrequently. 99% of the email just Jira
Okay,
notifications.
let me lean back in this chair and get my
Um,
feet up. And we begin. To the good people at Precious Cat Magazine, congrats on another knockout issue. Just when I thought cats could not get more precious, you give us this fancy paws. I would like to double my subscription if that's a thing you can do. Time's up. Now let me just see what
whatever.
we have here with a and what's the result?
Can hear. You know, we've never said who the host is of Trivia Murder Party,
Not the best.
and we never will. But sometimes I can hear their voice.
Yes. Oh,
coming through.
1000%.
Sometimes I can hear it coming through.
Oh yeah, and especially like once you've talked to them for a while, they have a certain way of speaking. So it's like, oh, it's
That's a thing you can do. It's like, yep.
That's a thing you can do. Dictation's a really hard game. Like PC
It's
is
a
way
hard
too
game.
cheap.
And yeah, if you have access to a physical keyboard, you're just gonna win.
Tap each that fits the category and then press submit.
Who came up with the idea of dictation? The fun part about Trivia Murder Party is I think a lot of the minigames was just, I don't remember who it was specifically, because the way the minigames came up was, it was like sort of the entire company. Like I feel like everybody had an idea of a minigame, and it was like Pegs was Pachinko, and that was some like amalgamation of me and Ben, and then there was like the gifts, which I think was like you and Ben, that both of you guys kind of like helped design that.
I forget where that started, but I mean we also started like right after a lot of those kind of got listed out. And I mean, I assume that Mark Turwitz, who directed this game, I believe, a lot of those come from him. That's definitely his wheelhouse of game design-y type stuff.
So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think Mark and Ben were the main people who were tweaking and fixing and doing all that stuff for everything, all of the games anyway. So like, I would say that probably if anybody has to get the credit, it's them.
Oh yeah, for sure. We were asked by Pika Gamer if any of you voiced any part of any game. I was recorded to be one of these dolls in Trivia Murder Party.
What happened?
But then I got cut. my voice got cut from being one of the Trivia Murder Party dolls. I was supposed to be like a bro-y surfer doll. Like the grunts. Oh, by the way, this is just like for the grunts that you make when you're stabbed. Like that's all the VO that is done for each of these avatars.
Oh, I'm on a... Oh no, this actually might be this is a buggable moment.
What? Do we have to whip up the Jira?
Oh, please, no. Why is not my game? Ben!
Oh, I am going to list the reproducible steps in order to recreate this exact situation.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna fill out a player frequency field.
Oh, no.
A date first noticed. I'm gonna supply some screenshots and gameplay video. I'm gonna @ people.
The worst part about it is when it happens to you, you have no one to point at but yourself. It's kind of like it's like putting up a mirror and then just pointing.
You know, the worst part of programming is that computers do nothing you don't ask them to do.
Yeah, right?
So anytime there's something wrong,
it is your fault.
You've read Ask Iwata? Is that?
Yeah, I
don't
mean, I
wanna
haven't finished it yet, but
he talks about that a lot in the book. I plugged a book last week. I plugged Press Reset last week. I'll plug this book this week. but he talks about this specific thing of the frustration that computers only do that which you ask, and any problems are extensions of the developer. So yeah, no good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's champed up all over again. Hopefully the stream doesn't cut, but I guess that's a very rough transition. That should be a rough transition into our advice portion of it.
Yeah. What I saw on my end, for what it's worth, is I lost internet connectivity to you briefly. And I think we have seen hangs in our games when we lose. Like, if we had just sat on that screen for long enough, it would have put us back in the menu because we lost the
network connectivity.
Yeah.
I think we lost it for a second, though, because the second we got to the main menu, it started pinging again. I was looking at the traffic.
Yeah.
So it was like, it started working, but there was a point in the middle there where it just got, it cut for some reason, and now we're here.
Yeah. If only there was some way to have hosts reconnect.
That would be, that's unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of. I can't even imagine.
I can't even imagine.
I can't
that.
fathom. I mean, doing
it is beyond my capacity to imagine.
I like doing Black said, I'm a dev, I should be working, I'm slacking off and watching y'all. Hey, we're devs, we should be working, and instead we're entertaining you. So there you go. Like that's if it makes you feel any better, we're all slacking off together. But we're at the time. It's the time to bring it all together. What did we learn? What did we go through other than network connectivity issues?
We talked about bugs. I also think that there's something kind of poetic about the last image on at least my controller, which is interesting. I think I must have never gotten a room exit message, but it's Candyland locations.
Yeah,
and
mine
it's
too.
Marshmallow Meadow, Chocolate Swamp, and Soda Springs.
Oh. How about spring into the chocolate swamp? God, everything is just an elaborate poop joke with me. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh no.
What did we talk about? Like what did we talk about this time?
Oh, we talked about Panic at the Disco.
Oh, being our favorite emotion.
Yeah, which is just a funny line.
Right. I've always had
Michael's game segues lack bugs.
Oh man. The other thing I always love with Panic at the Disco is randomly whenever you walk into a room, or whenever like you walk into a conversation you're not part of, just be like explain it. I chime in with a, hey, how are you guys doing? I chime in and, what are you guys talking about? It's so stupid and I love it.
That is so lovely. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. The bugs, I made the bugs. They're my fault. Let's see. Oh, Ecstasy of Gold, Theremins. We talked about that. And we talked about Bollywood.
Oh, yeah, performance arts. Oh, and hyperbolic
there's
gestures.
Something there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
You got it?
No, I'm just kind of taking notes so I don't remember like what exactly the point, like what exactly each part was. I forgot.
Oh, we talked about Jimmy way back in the day. We did talk about Jimmy.
Wrestle with Jimmy. Not that one though, right? A different Jimmy?
No, we're much more worried about this Jimmy.
You know, I always this is a story for another time. You know what? Somebody in the questions, someone leave a question. Hey, whatever happened with Jimmy? Let's see if I remember. But every time I think about Wrestle with Jimmy, I have a specific image in my mind, and it's never. Actually, you know, don't leave a question. I imagine they're shirtless when they're wrestling, and I don't get why. This is not the point.
Have you seen Turkish oil wrestling?
I have not, and I feel like I need to.
Okay, this is a YouTube link that I shouldn't send out from the Jackbox Games socials account, like I said the last one. But if you're interested, the basic premise is that it's just kind of like Greco-Roman wrestling. The point is just to pin your opponent. But the caveat is that you're covered in oil, so you can't grip people to turn them. So instead, they all wear the same standard leather pants, such that the strategy for grappling and turning your opponent over is to reach your hand into their pants through the waist, and like with your arm like shoulder deep in their pants, turn them over. And it is the best thing I've ever seen. Because again,
invasive.
It's in Turkey. This is like a thing that it kind of gives me like county fair vibes. Like this is something that they do like once a year at like a fair, and this is like a field of a bunch of like matchups of people all wearing the exact same standard like leather pants, just like turning each other over by like forcing their hands in through the waist. Oh, it's so.
I think I might have the title for our. I think we should call this episode the Turkish Atomic Wedgie. I feel like that's pretty appropriate for what's going on here. But what's the? How about Turkish Atomic Wedgie?
Oh, and then Chocolate Swamp. Oh no. No.
I chime in with haven't you ever? What else did we talk
Haven't you
about?
people ever heard of?
Haven't you people ever heard of network connectivity issues?
A theremin cover of Ecstasy of Gold. Haven't you people ever heard of the theremin cover of the Ecstasy of Gold? No. It's much better to face these kinds of things.
I love that. That's so good. I chime in with the. Haven't you people ever heard of a theremin cover of Ecstasy of Gold? I'm good with that. I'm really happy with that. Is there anything else you might want to add?
No. Something Chocolate Swamp maybe, but I think it's fine.
Oh boy, I like this. Oh.
YouTube 101 says, as a Turkish person, I maybe can confirm. As a Turkish person, I can confirm that internet is slow here. So we'll never know.
Maybe the network connectivity issues, based on YouTube 101's response, maybe the network connectivity issues might be on par.
Oh gosh.
Haven't you ever heard of a theremin cover of Ecstasy of Gold? There's something about that.
It almost rhymes.
No. We have network connectivity issues.
Oh gosh.
And hyperbolic hand gestures. Okay, I'm done. I just keep adding sentences.
Give me your jobs. No.
Well, we're developers at Jackbox Games, and thank you for joining us today on this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
Boom.
it took all the turns that it needed to. Nothing went wrong.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for watching Devs and Diaries. We'll be back next week where we add another entry to this shared private diver of ours. Please don't look, it's very personal, but also watch our show. If you have any questions that come up over the course of the week, be sure to submit them to that Google form on that Devs and Diaries blog post that is somewhere linked. I don't know.
Yeah, it's linked on your screen, and if you ever want to if the link is too long, just Google Jackbox Devs and Diaries and put in a question. Ask us something live. Ask us something before live. Do what you gotta do. We're out here for you, and that's I want you to take that with you until next week. Well, next week, because next week is a federal holiday. But
Oh
next
yeah,
week,
we're not gonna stream next week.
but that's
There's
the thing.
a 0% chance.
This gives you 2 weeks to stew on it, stew on it, stew on it, stew on it, and then come back and give us those hot and heavy Devs and Diaries questions. You know, anything you want, really. And with that, I
Chocolate swamp.
and with that, I think I have to give my liver to Sky. So I will bid you all a jolly goodbye.
Bye.